In today's video, I'm going to discuss about the 10 points where if you're a highly ambitious professional and if you are striving and very sensitive to your goal, then sometimes it become leads to a burnout. So ambitions without burnout and how to chase or conquer or crush your dream without losing your soul. I'm going to give a 10 pointers where by going deeper inside each of these and reflecting on and working backwards is going to help us achieving whatever want to achieve in our life, in our career or in our personal life without even losing our own sanity and our own mental well-being. So the number one point is that just to redefine the ambitions. First thing we are not know that. So we are very because if you're going to ask any person that yeah, are you want to be successful, are you want to become a millionaire or they become a lakpati or crorepati, then they are going to yes, obviously, no matter it is educated or non-educated. But the definition of the ambitions and our dreams of the success is different from people to people because all are we are all unique person. We have all desires and challenges and everything. So if you're going to interview or lot of in even in podcast or even in an interview, lot of people have has described defined the what does it mean to success for my personal level without even counting the impacts or counting the name, fame, status, money, materialistic thing that. And even though there is a lot of people or lot of millionaire even I can say that because I read somewhere that lot of peoples are there who are rich, wealthy in all aspect of life, but still they are hollow and they are boredom from within. So, so how these ambitions? Because everybody want to thrive and strive. Nobody's want to die without fulfilling the our own ambitions. But the catch is that if we want to achieve our ambitions, the good thing or the better way is to without losing our sanity because for that we can enjoy it, we can sense it, we can feel it from our whole sense of being that is going to be most fulfilling and blissful to be in. So the for that we have to redefine our ambitions, and ambitions isn't about how many hours I'm working or how I'm great is that it's about wisely to channel our energy, treat our time like a CU's budget or invest in what fuels us or cut what drains us. This is the thing. The non-negotiation policy. The non-negotiation policy means we have to set we have to build a policy for ourselves in order to achieve our ambitions. Otherwise, we will get lost and get overwhelmed by the demanding work or the demanding challenge. So that's how we can setting the boundary with a non-negotiable policy will help us to do the same work and celebrating our progress. If you are only working and not iterating, not learning from the mistakes or not gaining any insights, then what is the meaning of our hard grind and uh, working for the late night to achieve that's because we acknowledging and celebrating the step you have taken towards embracing our self-love or a positive reinforcement for our bigger goal can strengthen our self self-worth and our commitment to our self-care and have overcome feeling of the guilt at the same time. Next is reflecting on the consequence of the neglecting self-love. Lot of time, if you are only obsessed with the our job or our professions or our career, and if we are undermining or undervaluing our own priority or our mental health, our physical health, our emotional health, our resilienceness, all neglecting, ignoring, and depleting all these things in the longer run are going to convert in the very hard illness itself. Consider the negative effects of the neglecting the self-love, self-care, or the self-me time, or the personal care for personal resources such as increase the stress, decrease the productivity, decreased productivity, strained relationships. Recognizing these consequences can motivate us to prioritize the self-love. So always be deliberate when it's come to practicing or self-love or the self-care amidst of all the challenges and all the work we have to do, and starting with the small and build over the consistency. It means that progress over the perfections, because in the hype of achievement, in the hype of our ambitions, sometimes we set a lot very high standard expectation from ourselves. There is no, because if you are ambitious, then it means that you are highly motivated or highly inspired, and you want to do something greater for yourself, your family, and your impact to make a difference in this world or the people's life, transformation people's life. But so you always try to imagine or imagining by doing the biggest thing in the first step. This is wrong. We should always start with like a domino step or the baby step, because no person in no one in the human history of the human possible achievements has gone through the very first minor step. So begin with the small act of self-care and gradually incorporate them into our routine. It become a rituals, non-negotiable rituals. Consistently will help normalizing the practice and making them a natural in our life, and educating ourselves on the benefit of self-love. Self-love, it is not the thing we should treat is like that it is a one chorus or the one admin task we have to do. It must be a natural to us, and for that we have to educate ourselves, learn about the positive impacts or the positive behavior psychology, or what is the impact of self-love or various aspects of our life, including relationship, work performance, our health, our parenthood, motherhood, fatherhood. This knowledge can help shift our mindset and reduce the any associated guilt, because ultimately no one can wants to be die with a regret on it. That's what our deathbed. So, in order to remove, in order to remove this guilt and regret, we should always taken care of our self-love, reconnecting to our core, or speaking to truth to ourselves, because nobody is going to hear you, see you, visualize you. You yourself can going to love you or hate you more than other things in our life, in our day-to-day life, and setting the seek the support from the like-minded individuals. And if you're ambitious people, and if you're driving and you are so much driven and you are trying hard to make all these things together and have a tangible results, and if you're doing own by own, sometimes this by behaving or acting on the one-man army will reduce you to the fatigue, burnout, mental illness, physical illness as well. Why should this is the disease in our personal development or the self-help industry or transformation industry or coaching, where people are not seeking help or not asking help when they are needed. And if we are, because what happens that out of our obligations, out of our requests or demands, if we share something with our friends, we didn't know may not be the right person to tell or not, or share to not share. In this scenario, we should always find our community online or offline with the like-minded people. It means that they are also the believer of the achieving or the having the true self-love, or achieving the ambitious goal, or working for our chosen dream goal, and setting boundaries to protect our sanity and well-being. This is non-negotiable itself, because if you no have a boundary, our freedom is already been lost by all the other plans and things which is coming in our life. So always set a boundary to set our sanity in the next level. And this boundary may be the most cases it is to ability to say no in a manner that it not hurtful to the people or the person whom we are setting boundary with. And the most important thing, we have to set boundary with ourselves, how much time I will dedicate for myself, with myself, and me and myself only and only. We have to become a shameless selfish in this aspect when it's come to reconnecting ourselves, realigning, and starting the healing journey for a better good.